Let's move this over. Okay. This moving of the stool over will not be on the album. I got a laugh. Maybe it will. I have a kid. I have a 2-year-old, and thank you. Okay. And, I didn't set out to be one of those comedians who talks about fatherhood and children all the time. But then I thought about it, and I was like, who's the most famous comedian who always talked about fatherhood? And the answer is Bill Cosby. And that's when I was like, okay, so there's an opening at the top for somebody to take the crown of the greatest comedian about fatherhood. I'm gonna try to be that guy. That's a G-rated Bill Cosby joke, you guys, and that's hard to do in 2017, so I do great difficulty. I think babies must think that farm animal noises, knowing them is going to be extremely important in life. I know my son does. I'm always quizzing him on it, like, what does the cow say? What does the duck say? What does the pig say? He's sitting there going like, I know this is going to be on the test. I have to copy this down. My son loved dogs ever since he was a little baby. He always would light up whenever he would see a dog. And I was like, maybe we should get him a dog. He would love that. And then I saw how much he loved our salad spinner. And I was like, yeah, we're not getting him a dog. That would be a waste of money. We'll just get another salad spinner. One for him and one for salad. That's a lot less cleanup. It changes your priorities having a kid. Here's like a small example, right? Like, my least favorite household chore was always washing dishes. I hated washing dishes. I couldn't stand it. And then you have a baby, and there's like poopy diapers all over your house, and like clothes with spit up all over them, and there's just pee everywhere. And I'm like, I think I'm gonna go wash these dishes. That seems like a good job for me. I don't usually like to pitch in, but I'm gonna take one for the team here. Be a good guy, wash these dishes. The only dish I refuse to wash is the ladle, because the ladle is the worst dish to wash. It's true. Because when you wash a ladle, the water goes into the ladle, and then it shoots back directly all over you in every direction. And usually to get that wet, you have to watch a Ryan Gosling movie. Okay. Just me. I was watching a Ryan Gosling movie, actually. This ties into the whole fatherhood thing, because I was watching a Ryan Gosling movie on cable the other day, and it's this movie where he's sitting in the back of a church, and he's watching his son be baptized. And it's a very emotional scene, and Ryan Gosling starts crying in the movie. And I was curious, when Ryan Gosling is acting in a movie, how does he start crying on cue like that? So I read an interview with Ryan Gosling, and it turns out that what he'll do when he wants to start crying in a movie is he'll just think to himself, what if I wasn't Ryan Gosling? And then the tears just start to flow. So that's a good tip if you are an aspiring actor and you are as handsome as Ryan Gosling, if anyone here fits into that category. Yeah. My son gets up very early in the morning. He wakes up at like 6 a.m. and he'll immediately just start crying, Mommy, Mommy, Daddy, Daddy. And that's a little annoying, I think. It would be much nicer just to get a text that said, you up? Like, I would appreciate that. And I don't mean to brag that I get up early in the morning, because I don't like it when people brag about how early they got up, especially when some of them did not actually get up that early in the morning, Like, I had a friend who was talking to me, goes, I got up so early this morning. I got up at like 6:30 a.m. I was like, oh, yeah? He goes, yeah, I was so exhausted. All I could do was just lie in bed for an hour and watch TV until I fell back to sleep. I was like, yeah, you did not get up early. You slept restlessly. That's what we call that. we're watching the Today Show. We're like milking cows. Like, how far are we going to let people take that one? You know, like, oh, I got up so early this morning. I got up at like 3:30 a.m. Yeah, I was so exhausted. All I could do was just pee and then take a 7-hour nap. That's how my day started. So, probably why I'm so out of it right now. Yeah. I had never changed a diaper before I had a kid. And so that was a learning process, learning how to change a diaper. And I finally got it right. About a couple months in, I remember it well, my son, he pooped his diaper, and I went to go change him, and I got his clothes off, and I removed the diaper, and I wiped him clean. I got the new diaper on, I got the clothes back on, and I was like, I did it. I changed the poopy diaper. I did a perfect job. And then immediately, he just starts pooping again. And I was like, oh, come on, man, that's not cool. Yeah. But then the next morning, I pooped. Yeah. And I cleaned myself up, and I pulled up my pants, and I washed my hands, I dried them off. And then I was like, oh man, here we go again. You know, I can't get mad at the kid. It's genetic. He's a double pooper. He takes after his old man, you know? Chip off the old block.